Hello. Welcome to Motivation Monday. Good morning. Thank you for being here. I hope you all had a beautiful weekend. Got to spend some time doing something that you love. So I love to start every Motivation Monday with just taking a deep breath. It definitely brings our energy into this moment, grounds us into this moment. And maybe it's the first conscious breath that you've taken of your day. So go ahead and breathe in and sigh it out. Release it out. And sometimes I need a couple of those. Every day is different. So listen to yourself. And if you need to take another deep breath, please do. But as we move into our discussion for the day, we have a quote from young Pueblo, "You are the answer." And I just love this. So I wanted to start with just reading it and bringing our attention and our focus into what we're talking about today. So it goes like this. They asked her, "What is the key to saving the world?" She answered, "You. You are the key. Heal yourself. Know yourself, make yourself whole and free. Release all limits so that your love can flow unconditionally for yourself and the world. This will open the heaven of your heart completely, and it will guide you without fail." So beautiful. I love it. And the first thing that I want to say around that quote is it really does start with us. If we aren't, just as this quote is saying, if we're not healing ourselves, working on knowing ourselves and working on making ourselves whole and free, then we aren't showing up with the energy that we want to show up for others. And truly by starting with ourselves and practicing each of these things, then we will create a ripple effect into the lives of those that we touch. It's inevitable because you're just going to reveal more of your authentic light. You're going to shine brighter. And I know that, that's a little bit easier said than done, but I'll help give some steps into how we can dive deeper into our hearts. But I don't know about you, or y'all, but last week's energy felt really heavy. And I felt like I personally had a lot of lessons in this, a lot of lessons in nurturing myself, listening to my heart and my body and what it needs, and trying to regain balance, having that heavy energy and trying to balance it out and bring in some lighter energy. And I did a Motivation Monday on Mercury retrograde a few weeks ago when it went retrograde. And as of yesterday, it has gone direct. So we're on the other side, but this Mercury retrograde hit really hard. And how do we take that integration of that energy that has come up and those lessons that have come up, where it's kind of, as Mercury retrograde does so well, like in your face, whoa, that's really something I need to work through and work on. But how do we take that energy and integrate that and do what this quote says? Heal ourselves, know ourselves, and make ourselves whole and free. Again, it's easier said than done, but there are some beautiful steps into listening to our hearts and starting to dive in and some practices that we can take away. So for example, really beginning with committing to that healing journey. I know myself as a healer, I've had lessons in like, what does that look like? I started out thinking that being a healer is healing others and being there for others. But I really had a lesson in needing to really check in with myself. And if I'm not healing myself and knowing myself and releasing my limitations, then how can I show up for others? So really committing to a journey of healing, a journey of self-discovery. And it's not linear. It's not, you don't start at A and end at Z. You're going to hit F W, Z, A, it'll be like a spiral, or maybe feel like you're going in circles sometimes. But that's part of the process of returning back to those things that you can continue to learn deeper about yourself, and just more opportunity to create that space and create that next level of consciousness for yourself. But it really starts with that commitment. And I've found once we do make that commitment, we start to see things more clearly coming to the surface of what is there to teach us to heal ourselves and to know ourselves and to set ourselves free. Not that those lessons have not always been there, but I have found when you truly commit that it just becomes a little bit more obvious, and sometimes a little harder too, and maybe a little heavier, or also maybe a lot more beautiful, because you have an appreciation and a gratitude that you truly honor that everything in your life happens for a reason. But on the days that it's harder, because there will be some struggles and difficulties, initiating a spiritual practice has been so useful. So that can be just about anything that relates to healing yourself and knowing yourself. So obviously, Reiki for me has been immensely helpful in my spiritual journey and my commitment to my healing. It's like when you love someone so much that you can't always find the words to tell them how much you love them. That's kind of what Reiki has been for me. Like, it just has helped so much, and it's a quiet strength, and it heals subtly, but really powerfully. And you'll have these moments where you're like, oh, it's good. Everything's clearer now, and I can see clearly. But there's, tons of others, spiritual practices. There's meditation, there's taking classes around energy healing, or around healing and knowing yourself and self-discovery and self-empowerment. And just when you do that, surrounding yourself with like-minded people who you can have deep discussions with, and you help each other find that clarity within, that's free of judgment, and just holds a space for love and a container for love for each other. Allowing yourself to feel and learn these lessons, giving yourself permission. Any act of self-care, asking for support from your guides, your angels. So any of that is, plus more, like therapy, visualization, nature. There's a lot of options, but initiating a spiritual practice that is in alignment with your commitment to your healing will be really beneficial and supportive and helpful through, those things that are going to come up. And as you initiate that spiritual practice, it's a beautiful support system in just helping you shine with unconditional love and bringing about forgiveness for the things that need to be forgiven so that you can be liberated, and to truly, get you to embodying love, radiating at a frequency of love and light, and opening your heart completely so that you can be guided from your heart and unconditional love. So those are some steps. Again, I know I said easier. This quote is easier said than done. Taking the things that come up and really learning from them and nurturing yourself, easier said than done. But I think, you are the key, and just remembering that to sharpen your key, sharpen your saw of your heart, opening your heart, and remembering that it all starts with us, and we can create and lead by example and create those ripple effects in the lives of the people that we touch. But it has to start with us. So we are on the other side of Mercury retrograde. I hope that you find some more balance and clarity as you move through this week. But if you're still feeling the energy, taking the time to listen to what that energy is telling you, regaining balance, and yeah, just finding that peace within. So I thank you all so much for being here, and I wish you a beautiful Monday, a beautiful week, and we are here to continue the conversation with you as well. If you have more questions on this, I know it's brief. You can always reach out. We're happy to discuss and share anything. And we also have a virtual complimentary healing circle today at 12 o'clock Pacific time if you need a little extra healing and maybe getting in with that group of like-minded people free of judgment to talk and to release and to heal. And we have a lot of other beautiful things coming up this week and this month. So always make sure to check out our Instagram and our website. And we look forward to seeing you soon. In the meantime, sending you so much love and light, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.